The People's Democratic Party (PDP) has extended an invitation to the former President Goodluck Jonathan to contest the 2027 presidential election. Ibrahim Abdullahi, the PDP's Deputy National Publicity Secretary, said the party had been eagerly awaiting the former president's return for a second term. He said that Jonathan's return would be a welcome development, considering the party's significant role in shaping Nigeria's leadership now. This is quite interesting because, according to him, Jonathan has performed quite well, although Abdullahi warned Jonathan against the hypocrisy of the All Progressive Congress and advised him to be cautious of the recent praises from individuals and groups who previously criticized him. He urged Jonathan to remember how he was derided and reduced to nothing by these same persons and not to be swayed by their recent affection. Now, there have been recent sightings of Jonathan's presidential posters for the 2027 elections in Kano, and these have sparked reactions and debates about his possible potential return to the political arena. The posters, masterminded by the Team New Nigeria, featured messages like Team New Nigeria 2027, the Goodluck Jonathan Nigeria needs Dr. Goodluck Jonathan. Speculations about Jonathan's potential interest in the 2027 presidential election intensifies following the reports that prominent figures from the North have initiated efforts to drift him into the contest, and the push is reportedly based on the belief that Jonathan remains eligible to serve another 4-year term, having previously held the presidency from 2011 to 2015. Also, there is a growing discontent with the leadership of Bola Ahmed Tinubu by some northern leaders, and these developments has intensified conversations about other opposition figures like Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar. Meanwhile, it is learned that the future of the PDP will be determined at its upcoming National Executive Committee (NEC) meeting scheduled for February 2025. The meeting will discuss pressing concerns including leadership and litigation issues. The governor, Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State, who is also the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, has directed the National Working Committee to ensure the NEC meeting is held by February unfailingly. Sources have revealed that some challenges and differing agendas have made conveying the meeting difficult due to one or two issues, which has delayed the holding of that particular NEC meeting. And the sooner the meeting is held, the more carefully this issue must be addressed, as every decision made at the NEC meeting carries significant consequences. Meanwhile, the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the PDP had attributed the delay to deeper reasoning within the party, where he suggested that aligning with Damagu and his supporters would foster peace, warning that rushing into the NEC meeting could lead to a more potential crisis in the future. Now, we know that originally this NEC meeting was set for August 15th, and then the NEC meeting was postponed to October 24th. Afterwards, it was rescheduled for November 28th, and then thereafter it was postponed indefinitely. So now that some PDP persons, some PDP chieftains are reaching out to Goodluck Jonathan, some persons are already wooing him, not only from the PDP, including the APC. Some persons in the APC are also saying, okay, Jonathan should come and run again. But then, I wonder, what party is going to issue him a presidential ticket? Is it the PDP or the APC or the Labour Party? Because before now, the wife of the former president, Patient Jonathan, vowed that her husband would not return to the presidential villa. Jonathan said he is not interested in running for any elective position. So how come these guys are just trying to pull his legs out? Why are they trying to pull his legs out? Yes, he may be a perfect candidate, but then Jonathan has not indicated interest that he is ready to run for any elective position, not to talk of running for the 2027 presidential election. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? All these things are just talks, and they are just trying to woo the former president Goodluck Jonathan. They are just trying to woo him, and this comes as the plot against Tinubu Thickens, because some northern stakeholders are already gearing up for the 2027 election. It's going to be a rough election. I mean the 2027. It's going to be a rough election because so many plots are going on. Some persons are already trying to see how they would dislodge Tinubu ahead of the 2027 election. And this plot is coming from the north. And they are trying to bring the former president, Goodluck Jonathan. But now, some person made, comments that Goodluck Jonathan should be very careful. This particular PDP chieftain made a comment that Jonathan should be very, very careful, because those persons that are trying to pull him out were the ones that betrayed him. Few years back, they were the ones that betrayed him, and they tossed him to the ground. So now they are looking for him again. But then, what can we say? I guess Tinubu has sinned against the North, and the North are trying to retaliate back. They are trying to retaliate. Now, Tinubu has, committed so many sins against the North, starting from his appointments. Most people say Tinubu's appointments are loop-sided. He tends to focus only on his people, the southwestern people, mostly Yoruba people. And then how about the tax reform bill? The North, they are not comfortable with that particular tax reform bill. How about that's the appointment sharing? How many northern persons have been given appointments so far? Tinubu seems to have the majority. So, my country people, so many plots are going on from the north against Mr. President ahead of 2027. But will Jonathan be ready to contest again? Guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.